to mechanics, to medics and museums, building to business, camping to community service and challenges, singing to science, self-defense to self-awareness, and English to electrics. They've done it all and much more to boot. And while I'm talking about electrics, I thought I'd just mention that your boys have developed a new sport. I would call it electro sport. And I think this is something to do with team building. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a little bit over the top, but they seem to have developed a passion for going to our eco park, which has an electric fence around it, all joining hands and then gripping the electric fence. So if they're a little cooked, parents, you'll know why. Right, you young men of St. John's, you've learnt a lot about yourselves, about others. You've made new friendships and hopefully learned a lot about teamwork. You will have picked up some academic knowledge and acquired some useful skills. Well done, lads. If you keep learning and working together, like you have over these last 10 days, you will, in 4 years' time, make a fine St. John's Upper Sixth group. Please, as you continue school, remember Quest's core values. Firstly, remember the importance of respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others, respect for property, and respect for nature and the environment. And remember also the value of good manners. Secondly, a positive attitude is the key in everything that you do. Always look for the positive in things, never look at the negative. Correct yourselves if you're seeing the negative side of things, look for the positive. Now, throughout the 10 days we have tried to nurture a little bit of competitive spirit between the teams and their team leaders. To help this, we've run a bit of a competition. It hasn't been the be-all and end-all of the 10 days. However, I would like to share with you some results and announce some special performances. And where appropriate, I'll ask boys to come up and collect some small prizes. One of the activities that was undertaken was orienteering, sort of cunning map reading, running and map reading. This was done in the game park and it was done in pairs. And this year there were joint winners. One of the pairs came from Group 1 and one of the pairs came from Group 3. So they scored the maximum points they could without any time penalties, and I'd like them to come up. I'll just announce them. From Group 1, they were Joshua Makua, Bevan Kanji, and in Group 3, Zion Hussein and Phil Kasembi. Well done, guys. Second competition that we ran was the shooting, 2-2 shooting. There was an opportunity to score up to 50 points, and there were 4 boys who scored 47, so we're in joint second, and I think it's worth mentioning them. Farai Masua, in particularly, very, very good group. If it had been just a touch one to one side, it would have probably been a 50. It was excellent There's also Zain Musa, Matthew Meller, and Jacob Mitchell. But the winner, with 48 out of 50, was Ryan Wright. So well done, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan. Good job, Ryan.
We normally do a prize for the quiz of the guys going around the Natural History Museum, but I found rather a lot of evidence of collaboration, so we won't be awarding that prize this year. I'd now like to go on with the team results. And bear with me, there's quite a list of activities, and I will tell you which group came first, second, third and fourth. A lot of effort went into all these activities. In the orienteering, the first group was group 3, second was group 1, third was group 4, and fourth was group 2. In the shooting, and let's do it in reverse, fourth was group 2, third was group 3, second was group 1, and the winners of the shooting were group 4. You can clap yourselves if you like. In the natural history quiz, fourth were group 1, third were group 2, second were group 3, and the winners were group 4. In the tyre climb, and this involved getting some quite large tyres up our biggest hill, Usundisa. And in fourth position for this competition was group 1, third was group 3, second was group 4, and the winners were group 2.
Well done. Tate was in group 2, by the way.
In the initiative obstacle competition, joint first in this case were group 2 and group 4, with group 1 third and group 3 fourth. In the building competition, you probably weren't aware that you were being marked on this. In fourth position, group 2, third, group 1, second, group 4, and the best Bob the Builder awards go to group 3. We had a bit of entertainment last night. The guys had done a lot of preparation to do war cries and skits. And it was a very good evening. We enjoyed all the skits and all the war cries. And unfortunately, there has to be a first, second, third, and fourth. In this case, fourth was group 3, third was group 2, second was group 1, and group 4 were the winners. Now we go on to the competitions that took place today, the round robin competitions. And the quiz. And this seems to be, in fact I've made a mistake, I can see it straight away, just bear with me for a second. Suspense. Okay, in the quiz, in fourth position was group 2, in third position was group 4, second position group 3, and clearly the brains of St John's are in group 1. So well done. In the electrics and tar changing competition, fourth were group 2, third were group 1, second were group 4, and first were group 3. Well done, guys. In the paintball and pellet gun competition, fourth were Group 2, third Group 1, second Group 3, and first were Group 4. In the obstacle course race, the Dream Team race, in fourth with a time of 5:51 was Group 3. In third with a time of 5:17 was Group 4. In second with a time also of 5:17, but they won by split times, was Group 2. And then the winners in a remarkable time of 5 minutes and 15 seconds was Group 1. Throughout the time that we've been at Quest, we've run a group conduct points competition, and it was based on things like being on time, litter, noise, not doing your washing up, etc. Now, there weren't very many points taken off. However, again, there has to be an order. While I'm on that, I'll just say that you guys, you boys, have done very well in this respect. I think you're probably one of the best St. John's groups we've ever had. So I think, although we're marking you, you've done well. You can be pleased with yourselves. Yeah. Overall then, in fourth position, Group 2, third, Group 3, second, Group 1, and first were Group 4. Riley, you obviously ruling with an iron fist, I think. Right, the overall points, and you've probably got...
Apanazesa.
You called it.